Hey, how are you? This is Souls44. Welcome back to another episode of Galactic Chickens. And today we are going to talk about the Fabric of Souls Fabric modpack version 1.16.1. When it goes to 0.2, I'll change everything over to 0.2. New modpack available, has more mods than all of Fabric 3. And so far everything works. If you have issues with it, let me know. There's a Discord, you have to search for it. I'll put a link in the description of the video at some point down below. If you like this, you can subscribe, comment, whatever you need to do. Anyway, last episode we covered a turbine, and it's a little bitty turbine that's actually pretty small. And I found out that it's actually a half turbine because I could actually double the blade size. And I was thinking about doing that, but I'm probably not going to today. I wanted to check on just the efficiency and how it works to make sure that people understand it a little bit more. I also created a very large storage cube cells here. These are multi-blocks. They're not the multi-block that you see in front of me with extreme reactors, where it forms a thing. But what they do is they're connected with all of their like brothers and sisters. Yeah. So you use a power cell card, you link it to one of them somewhere else in any dimension anywhere. There's a little bit of power loss. It's pretty negligible depending upon how infused they are. And then you put them inside the cells. I built them up this tall, and they connect together as far as the total storage amount. So if you look, I have an extremely large amount of storage. I believe that's 113 million. That's just in the cell storage itself. That's just this, not including my gargantuan flux networks, which let me go take a look at that and see how that is doing, because when that's full, we'll start filling up the other. Look at that. 128 million in that one, 128 million in that one, and 1 million in that one. So I don't really need power. It's just fun to make power, right? I mean, I find it fascinating how people can go from having no power to suck some huge amount like this. And look at that. It looks kind of neat. I think it looks kind of cool. It doesn't produce that much power. Let me check to see what it's showing. And it's going into the flux networks, which what I want to do is actually put it into a cell. So let's go ahead and get a cell. And I could use this one. Let's take a look. It is fully infused, and it does have energy already in it. So it looks like it's also already linked. It's already infused. So the most advanced power cells have a maximum storage amount, like you can see that one. But they also have an input per side maximum amount that they can hold, and I don't want to overpower it. I don't know if this thing can actually overpower it or not anyway. So I think it's only buffering like 10K or so. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's making 10K. So originally in the last video I showed that I wanted to get it to 1800. 1800 RPM is mostly going to be for when you are running larger rotor blades. So if you have the dual rotors on each one, like 2 blades on each one, if I up this in size by 1 space on all sides, I would then have room at that point to put 1 more blade on all around the rotor, and that would give it double the efficiency and more power. But 10K, that's what I'm getting, 10K RF per tick. It's fine. It actually is fine. Oh, and yeah, if you look, I have water, right? So I could dump that water out. Right now, it doesn't really affect anything as far as I know, but actually I can put another one of these ports and have this water cycle back down in. And I might do that just to show that. Let me go ahead and do that. I want to do that. I want to do that because I actually don't normally do that. But you can recycle your water from your steam turbine, which will help you keep your fluids. This is going to break it and mess it up, but do I have another laser? Before I do that, I want to make sure I can port it. Do I have another laser? I have one more, exactly. Good. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and make this happen, Captain. I'll go right here. Oop, oh no, it broke. And oop, it formed. Nope. Oh no, it's the wrong one. I'm a doofus. Oh, that's the one for the reactor. We don't want that. We're gonna go port, and I bet I don't have it saved. Let's make it happen real quick. There it is, turbine. Can I make one? Cool. No big deal. No big loss. Calm down, calm down. All right, so this is gonna be red in. I know it's weird, but red in. No, it's just follow the arrows. Use this, now it's out. Cool, right? That confused me before. You can butt these up together, like have these ports go directly to each other. But with lasers, I'm kind of safe. So look, there's water in this. See water? Super cool. Go like this. And I'm just gonna put it in here. I could put it anywhere, but yeah. All right, so only out of, and then this one is only in. So that should be it. Let's turn it back on. Now we're not going to probably pull the water out because the sink has infinite water. But you really could just break the sink and now just cycle the water in a circle. So if you don't have a sink available or you don't have an infinite pump that can keep up with it, that's what you can do. Now we're going to place the cell here. And we're going to tell it to in. Set all sides to in. And now it's going to start gaining power from here and go into here. And it was only getting 10K, and this thing inputs, well, it's actually going to lose some. So I do need an advanced cell. So let's get an advanced cell. The sides can only take so much juice each, if that makes sense. So there only so much power can be inputted in, unless, like, when they're infused, they'll gain more. So let's go ahead and link it. We're going to tell it link. Now this is also linked to my very first cell. Yep, you're seeing power go in. Notice that? All right. Now these are great because you can take them anywhere and you can make these huge multi-block structures and take them wherever you want to go. The input on this power cell is higher per side, 20,000 RF per tick. So in. So I'm going to want to use this one, not this one. And that's it. It's already gaining, I mean, look at that, 1.7 million. It's already at max efficiency, that fast. And that's pretty much all it's going to get to. I don't think it's ever going to go to the double digits, but it will go higher. I just want to let y'all know that. I mean, I could close the vents now, and that's going to screw up all the speed and everything. I'm just going to leave it with the vent like this. And now it says exhaust fluid will not fill. And I'm thinking that's when I get it to optimal, I can go like here. I can't remember. I usually just leave it on vent overflow, and that's just because I have infinite water, so like I don't care. So there you go. You're gonna get about 10K out of this thing. And I'm gonna go over now and take a look at our steam production from our turbine, because immersive steam is what I'm also running off of. I just find that interesting that I can do that. The roads are going to get changed over to asphalt. I started making it happen. Not very good at it yet, but I'm going to. Where is that thing? I gotta take out this tree, I think. It's a little too big. Yeah, probably. It's a loud deal, so yeah. We are losing steam? Are we losing steam? Wow, we are losing steam. Which is, it's, you know, it's not that bad. It's very slow. So we'll be fine though. We're still producing more steam than what we can take in over there at the reactor anyway. So we're not really going to lose out anyhow. It just supplements our reactor, right? Yeah. And I have this open because I wanted to make sure that I could see the reactor rods. Now I have the insertion higher. So with this reactor, when it comes to producing steam, the more insertion, the lower amount of steam, also the less amount of fuel that you can put in. I think I can even go, if I control on, I can go all the way to 99% insertion. At 100% insertion, is that going to do all of them? Yes. At 100% insertion, nothing happens. Notice that I'm now producing 101 millibuckets per tick. That would mean I am pulling more, more steam from over there at the diesel steam generator than I am, and I'm also going to lose power. So this bucket's not getting filled fast enough. That's a shame. So yeah, let's pump it up. Let's pump it up. We can do this. Reducing the amount of all of them at once is Control Alt and Shift, and you can go one single piece at a time. And this is how I control my turbine most of the time. I think it's 84. I might even be able to pump it up even more. Let's see how much I can give it. Maybe I can get it into that double-digit production. Let's leave it at 70. This is going to control the amount of fluid you're also burning. And I like to leave it so that it starts to pop up inside here, meaning that I'm getting a little bit of extra steam left over. Anything over 2,000 millibuckets, though, is going to be kind of a waste, I think. And there's no coolant in this other than water. That's what this heat thing is all about, right? That's why this is going up and down. I keep this full. If this ever goes down too low, then you'll have problems, but I shouldn't have a problem. I got the sink. I've got this water being recycled. Yep, well, look, we're climbing. I might even be able to get enough steam to go in here to push it to the 2,000 millibucket max. As you can see, it's popping as it's being used. I might even be able to get it. I might get it up there. It's not really necessary, but it's kind of fun, right? A lot of power. I'm going to need a lot of power too because I'm going to be running mechanism in the next couple episodes. I'm going to run through a cheaty way and an easy way to do mechanism. For me, it was really fun because when I learned about a few of the things that I'm going to show you in mechanism, I didn't even know about, and people were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, you don't need a lot of power to get started. You just need a lot of redstone." I mean, that's really much how they power stuff. Look at that. I'm actually going to be able to get it to the secondary one eventually. Let's see if I can push it harder. Why not? Let's just go ahead and Control All, and then let's take her to max. Let's see what this maximum production can do. You know, take a look real quick. Look at that, maximum heat. And this is also why I didn't put anything in the center. I just all rods. It's just all rods. So maximum heat produces the maximum amount of steam. Look at this, is maxed out for steam. So I'm actually producing more steam than what can be inputted into the turbine. You can run 2 of these off of 1 of these. Actually, I think you can run up to 4. Up to 4 of these. So that means I can run 40K off of 1 thing. And look at, even at maximum, what is it burning? Not even a full 0.36 millibuckets per tick. That's nothing. You can manually mine and put a stack in every once in a while and just keep your batteries full. It looks like we're pushing past the envelope. We're going to disengage a second. I want to see if I'll be able to push it up even higher. We're going to get no power out while I'm doing that, but I want to see. We are definitely maxing out the millibucket input. But I think because I only have the... If this fail catastrophically, by the way, it won't fail. But I want to see if I can keep it at this 1800. I don't think I can because I don't have enough. Vent all exhaust. That help? No? I just play around with it. And then this right here, I'll let you choose your input output. So obviously I'm not going to be able to keep it at the 1800 level. And if I can't, you don't want it in here. Okay, you don't want it in here. As you can tell, it's going to drop. And you don't want it in here. You definitely don't want it here. This means there's not enough speed. See, I'm dropping in speed and it's dropping in the amount. So I'm wasting steam from here, definitely, and fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and I take it back to 80, 90. Let's take it back to 90. Make sure all of them changed. And you'll see, eventually you'll start seeing the steam coming out of here as the temperature drops. So make sure you wait. There it goes. I want to use some of the steam from the the steam boiler. So 1 bucket essentially is what it's producing right now. That's pretty good. We'll have to figure out a balance between the two. That's what it is. So I find this kind of fun. And we're climbing back up as it speeds. We're going to find out what it is that this thing can do, and then we can kind of adjust the input here. But I might have gotten it right on the money. I don't know. We're gonna sit around 10K. So that's pretty much what we're gonna get. I can play with it all day long, and you guys would be like, "Oh, this is no fun." So I'm done with that turbine. I will be making a mechanism turbine. All right, so now let's go ahead and get some reactor glass, and we're gonna fill in the top. I'm pretty much done with that. Is it gonna fudge it? It's gonna mess with it? Let's find out. No. All right, it does not care. All right, cool. We're gonna wand this bad boy. I just wanted to see if it touched the reactor, if it would mess it up, the turbine. All right. And wand. Whoa, no. I don't have a builder's wand. Let's just make one. Goodness. I do have a Direwolf 20 builder, but this is just as fine. It works just fine. I don't have to do any adjustments. Just ready to go. And hopefully I don't mess up. I did run out of reactor glass. That's fine as well. Just go ahead and make some more. I liked reactor glass. It looks good. Doesn't look bad. Turbine reactor glass looks better, but if I put turbine reactor glass and it touches any part of this turbine, it will default and say it is no good anymore. So I don't think I'm going to need these. I'll put those away. And I could have an RF monitor, and I probably will set up an RF monitor at some point to turn off the reactors and stuff at certain stages. And you just place that with a redstone port or tap. I don't know if a reactor has one. I don't know if a turbine has a reactor controller. I don't know if it does. You can get into some really good stuff with some computer controls. I don't see it. Let's see. Let's just type in turbine and see if we got one. I don't know what that Tesla one. Oh, computer control. Doesn't need to be that picky, man. Redstone flux. Doesn't look like there's a controller for it directly. No. Maybe the computer port would do it if you had a CC. I'm not using CC. I'm not going to allow that to be used. There's too much stuff that can be done with drones and things that can cause server issues and everything else. So, I mean, look at that beautiful 10K coming in. I like it. Nice even amount going out. And what you're gonna do, and I'll do this on camera real quick in a second here, when I get done building this top, is you're gonna want to balance it with your steam boiler, and I'll do that real fast. If I got enough to do this, there. There is a command to undo your builder's wand. Also, it's wand oops, I believe. So if you accidentally oops and double up a layer or something and you don't want it, there you go. Then we can just make it look pretty. Chisel and Bits is in the mod pack, so you can chisel stuff. McCrayfish is awesome stuff for furnitures in there if you're really into the artsy stuff. I like it. Little reactor. Nothing crazy. Secondary powered by this bad boy right here. Now, it looks like I'm not getting... This is not keeping up. I think that was my issue. I need this to be 1 bucket. So, for items, I love Ender IO. For fluid, I'm not so much of a fan. So what we got for fluid? I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. Hold on. There's so much dust. Alright. What if I use this? Will that pull? I bet it won't even pull. It looks cool, but I don't think it'll. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Just, it looks neat. It looks like it belongs, but no. Alright. So what do we have? What do we have that moves things faster? That's going to be the thing, right? Now, these right here, these ender porcupines, I'm going to do a thing about those on the server itself, if I ever get it back up and running in time to do that before we do the map reset. But these porcupines are amazing. They basically let you emulate a another block at a distance, and you can get really far and really creative with those things. Do I have, what are these? That's only 800. That's not enough. Why isn't that an even one? Why isn't that an even one? And what do these push? How much is this? What is this? Pressurized fluid tank. Can I make that? Make some hardened glass. Let's just do that. So I guess I can make a fluid tank and just see how fast that moves. Otherwise, I may end up either doing another laser or I don't know. On the input, I'm gonna pull and then push. And I don't know how fast this is. That is not fast at all. For a pressurized tank, that is, it looks like 100 millibuckets of steam per tick. That is awful. So what do we have for fluid transfer that's faster? I could use integrated dynamics. Now that's really fast, but it's also, I've had issues or it crashed me out. So let's see. I want to say pipe. I could do that. I don't ever use that one. I don't ever use that one. Let's try that and then do transfer. Why not? You know what? Why not? Let's use a transfer node for fluids. I mean, let's see how fast that boy can be. And then there's upgrades. I think I can have some of those. Do I have? I have 4. That's something. I don't want to use too much of my extra utilities power, but this thing is just not cutting it. Hopefully I broke it while it was empty. No, I didn't. Figures. Just put it right here and get it drained out. Use it for something else. Push, push, empty. Cool. Well, that was a rip. I thought that was going to be a great way to do things. Alright, so transfer fluid. Boom. Like that. And then speed. How fast is that? Now this is going to take a second for that to kick in, so let's see. It looks like it's even, but it's also not that fast. I'm gaining and losing at an even rate, so I don't know. That doesn't seem fast enough to me again. So we could do pipes. Let's see what else pipes we got. Fluid pipe. From source to destination, use a standard wrench to switch modes. Galactic pipes, huh? Why not? Let's give that a shot. And then a wrench? What does it mean? Standard wrench. Okay, let's just type in wrench and see what we get. I got a few wrenches. Let's see. What is this? Plant tech? I'm not messing with plant tech. You guys can enjoy plant tech all you want. I won't be doing plant tech. Sorry. It was against my vote to put it on the server. I don't think it's a very good mod for me. I don't enjoy it that much. There's a wrench. Oh, what? What? Am I gonna have to make? I gotta make compressed stuff to make that. Let's try a crescent hammer. So I'm gonna try a crescent hammer and see if I can make this thing move. Let's just give it a shot. It might work. It might not. Is this thing sped up at all? I don't know. This is pretty much even. Maybe I should just leave it and let it run down. I'm gonna leave it and let it run down. I don't want to mess around with Galactic Craft too much when it comes to fluids that it doesn't handle in that mod. You want to kind of try to avoid doing that most of the time anyhow. It's nice to be able to use mods that cross over and are compatible with each other. I mean, look at that. I'm using lasers and cells and all that stuff to get the system to work. And I love that. But at the same time, I'm also talking about a mod meant to take you to outer space. And there's a lot of space to cover, and it's very specific about what it does. Still very good. 81% efficiency. If you look at it, it says 23 out of 40 to 49, and that's how much fluid's going in. I can increase that, of course, a little higher. But it doesn't look like it's needing to be stabilized. It looks like it's pretty stable where it's at. It's in the green, and I'm getting 10K. It's bouncing up and down. It's not going too far or too low, so we're stable. I didn't have to do any tweaking with the amount of input. This will change your amount of fluid, so you can actually turn it down a little bit. I mean, I am running a little high, and I think it just finished filling up that entire cell bank. Holy crap, I did. I filled up the entire cell bank. 117 million RF. That is crazy. And I mean, yeah, that's it. And it's going to produce plutonium and refill itself. But I mean, I'm full. Very little. So yeah, a lot of power, a little bit of work. All the power I'm probably going to need for a very long time, right, Bob? He's giving me the thumbs up, so it's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our next project before I head this video off. This does work. I've tried it multiple times. I can still make compact machines, machine walls at will. And I'll do the swapping to get these guys into the steel age slowly. What I want to do is put asphalt down as if they were paths, and then swap over the wood for treated wood, stone for steel, or sheet metals or something, so they look kind of like these structures. And then on top of that, what I want to do is like make the glass a little bit better looking. I mean, just nothing major, but I mean the structures are probably going to be about the same. It's just going to be made from materials from immersive engineering. So if it's a fence, it's going to be aluminum fence. If it's wood, it's going to be treated wood or treated scaffolding. So that way we have that. But let's take a look at the next project for immersive engineering. I want to cover as much as I can of that and not leave anything out if I can help it. Heavy machinery wise, we have the arc furnace, which is a massive structure to build. And it is very intensive. It's very useful for when you go to the Twilight Forest. I say that because when you go to the Twilight Forest, a lot of times you're going to get metals that you can melt down and turn back into ingots. You can turn your armors, like, what is that called? Night metal? And I don't have night metal. Yep, nightly, this stuff. You'll get these night helms and stuff like this, and what you're going to want to do is, I'll right click on it. If you notice, it'll say arc furnace recycling. You can turn it back into your ingots, and then that allows you to make armor and different weapons, and it's pretty cool looking. Look at this shield, that's cool looking. Block and chain, look at that. They look neat. So, you know, if you want to do for decorations, I prefer to smelt it down and turn it into materials from Tinkers. And speaking of Tinkers, Tinkers is going to be ported to Forge 1.16 coming up soon, so keep a lookout for that. Maybe we'll do a refinery. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what it is I want to do. The blast furnace isn't necessary. It's just not going to be needed. Or maybe we should just do an excavator so I can show you that, since I know that one of the compact machines actually has an ore vein in it. The same one that the oil has is oil in it. So I'll probably do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll plan that for next episode. We're talking about ore excavation, better than dwarves. I doubt that, but we'll see. Oof, that's a big 2-piece. Ooh, 2-piece. Yes. So I'm going to need to know where the center of this is. 1, 2, 3. It's 4 from the ground. If I remember right, this thing is not going to be, you have to dig down, and in compact machines you can't dig down. I'm just curious as to what it's going to do. So without further ado, without delay, this is Solus44. Thanks for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye-bye now.